As the parent of a son or daughter battling drug or alcohol addiction, you need to become familiar with how to set and maintain healthy boundaries. Boundaries are just rules that are designed to keep everyone in the family relatively healthy and safe, and most importantly, to keep the relationships healthy. Pilots have to deal with boundaries all the time, and a lot of those boundaries are unseen. You cannot see those boundaries with your physical eyes. However, they do exist, let me assure you. There are a lot of different types of airspace: controlled airspace, uncontrolled airspace, and different types of controlled airspace that govern how you fly. You have to contact certain people on certain radio frequencies when you're inside of a certain airspace. Your altitude may be restricted in certain airspace. The speed that you can fly at may be restricted in certain airspace. So there are a lot of different things, and you need to know all of this in advance. There's even temporary restricted airspace, and you have to check what they call your NOTAMs, notices to airmen, every time you fly to see if there's any restricted airspace that's temporary that may be out there. And a good example would be a presidential visit. If there's a presidential visit, there will be restricted airspaces, temporary, that will come up around where the president will be. And you better not fly through that airspace, because believe me, those boundaries are real. Because what will happen is, if you do accidentally or intentionally fly through that airspace, the next thing you will see is a couple of F-16s will come up on either side of you, and they will force you to land one way or another, even if they have to shoot you down. So it's important to understand that those boundaries are there to keep all of us safe. And it's not that anyone is trying to be mean. I don't get mad at the Federal Aviation Administration for setting these boundaries, this restricted airspace. I understand why the boundaries are there, and I understand that I need to behave accordingly, or there will be serious consequences. So I want you to think about that in terms of the boundaries that you set within your family, in terms of keeping everyone safe. You're not being mean when you say, no, this is a boundary, and you can't behave this way when you're around me, or I'm not going to do this to enable you. These are boundaries to keep everyone healthy and to keep the relationships healthy within the family. I hope this helps. Comment, share, and follow.